Okay, I got the linkages connected correctly, I hope. The pictures in the service manual helped. The problem I'm having now is it won't idle properly. It runs real fast. I can push the throttle lever all the way to choke and it will choke the engine, but when I move the throttle lever back away from choke, the choke won't release and I have to release it by hand at the choke link. Am I missing something, or is this just a minor adjustment that I'm missing?
Welcome to Just Answer Small Engines. Let me try to help you. Choke lever on carburetor should have small coiled spring at base of the lever. This spring should keep choke open when linkage is released. Is spring there not hooked to the lever, or is it missing? Spring is under the black plastic housing and hooks the lever itself, keeping choke open until throttle linkage moves it closed.
The only thing I see hooked to choke lever on carb is the choke link, no other spring attached to choke lever.
Spring is under the plastic housing. You can just see the tip of the spring on the upper right of picture under the black plastic. Full size image.
Full size image, full size image, full size image. That's the way it looks right now. I see the hole on the choke lever for another spring, but where would it connect at the other end?
Your hash picture shows the spring. It would have a small clip end that hooks on the black plastic lever and would keep it in the open choke position. If clip is broken off the spring, you can add an external spring to keep choke open.
Okay, I can manually move the choke linkage. Now that thin spring that is connected to the governor link, where does that attach to? Cause where I had it keeps falling off, and that may be contributing to my idling issue.
The thin spring attaches in line with the governor rod. The carburetor end, springs goes in same hole as the linkage. On the governor lever, it goes in hole directly below the linkage. Here is picture.
Okay, got the thin spring in line with governor rod and secure. The choke linkage I can operate manually for the time being till I figure out a replacement for that one spring, but now why want it idle? I put the throttle lever on the mower in the lowest throttle, but the motor stays at high throttle.
Does the throttle cable move the throttle lever on the carburetor when engine is off? Looks to me like the linkage from the governor lever to the carburetor is on backwards. Curves are in wrong place?
I took more pictures.
Try turning the lever around that has the thin spring on it.
That had no effect on it. When you operate the throttle lever, nothing happens. The governor link does not move when the throttle handle is moved when engine is off either.
Can you control the speed using the governor lever? And does the governor lever push/pull when you run engine manually? Where did all this start?
I was able to slow the engine down with the governor, until the engine stopped, and now I cannot get it to run again. This all started when I was mowing and the engine quit running. I narrowed the problem to that no fuel was getting to the combustion chamber. I pulled the carb, and realized a tear in the breather tube. I repaired that and put everything back on, and that's when all the trouble got worse.
Is the throttle butterfly and shaft moving together, or could the throttle shaft be broken and butterfly is loose? So right now, it will not start?
It won't start at all now.
Do the spark check, by removing the spark plug and checking for spark with the plug grounded. Put teaspoon of fuel into the cylinder and see if it will fire for a few seconds. If it does, no fuel is getting through the carburetor. Have you checked the throttle butterfly and shaft yet?
Without taking the air breather off the top of the carb, the butterfly and shaft seem to be moving the way they should. I'm thinking at this point it's beyond my DIY comfort level.
Okay.
If you have a home improvement or appliance question and want to chat with an expert now, visit justanswer.com/YTHI.